Last year was especially hard for Melania Trump, as she faced the loss of her mother, Amalija Knavs. The two shared a bond that went far beyond the usual mother-daughter connection. It was deep, unshakable, and full of mutual admiration.
A mother's love cannot be replaced or replicated.
At the funeral, Melania spoke lovingly of her mother, saying, "In her presence, the world seemed to shimmer with radiance and joy. Our bond was unbreakable." She also called her mother a ray of light in the darkest days, reflecting on how their conversations always flowed effortlessly. Melania's eulogy ended with a touching farewell.
She was my dear friend, an irreplaceable treasure. Rest in peace, my beloved mommy.
Months later, Melania opened up about the loss during a rare sit-down interview with Fox News host Ainsley Earhart.
It's a grief that comes in waves, and you need to feel it. You need to have that inner peace to go with it, to feel it, to experience it.
The First Lady also expressed her gratitude to everyone who reached out, saying she was deeply moved by the beautiful letters, prayers, and kind notes she received from people across the country.
Thank you to everybody who wrote me, who thought about me and my family, and was really deeply appreciated.
Melania went on to describe her mother as a very special woman full of warmth, kindness, and also strength. And one person who especially felt that warmth was Melania's son, Baron Trump. Talking about their bond, she revealed that her mother moved from Slovenia to the United States just to be closer to him.
She was a second mother, especially because of my schedule in the White House and being so busy. And they had an incredible bond. Her and Baron, it was a relationship like no other.
People close to the family have said the same. One insider told People magazine that Amalija was unselfish and caring, adding that Melania had always been incredibly close to her mom. The source also mentioned that Baron spent a lot of time with his grandparents, sometimes even more than with his parents, and that he shared a special closeness with his grandmother. Melania and her mother also kept their Slovenian roots alive. At home, both spoke to Baron in Slovenian, and Amalija loved cooking traditional dishes for her grandson.
Baron, he just turned 2 years old, and he's speaking 2 languages. He communicates very, very well.
It was their way of holding on to the past, to the small town of Sevnica, where Melania grew up, even while living in the very different world of Trump Tower and later, the White House.
It was incredible in Slovenia. She established a life for myself and for my sister. Incredible life.
Speaking of Sevnica, that's where it all started. Growing up in then communist Yugoslavia, Melania got her first taste of fashion thanks to her mom. Amalija worked at a children's clothing factory, creating patterns for new designs. And each year there was a little fashion show to show them off. And who better to model the clothes than her daughters? Melania and her sister, Inez, quickly became the stars of those tiny runways.
My elegant and hard-working mother, Amalija, introduced me to fashion and beauty.
According to the book, First Ladies by Betty Boyd Caroli, it was Amalija who sparked Melania's love for fashion. Always polished, always in heels, even when everyone else chose comfort. She was the one who first signed Melania up to walk the runway, unknowingly setting the stage for her daughter's future career. And soon, fortune smiled on her. Melania, just 16, was spotted by photographer Stain Jurko while leaning on a fence. Jurko saw potential in this tall, slim girl with long hair and decided to take her photo. Despite her initial shyness and reserve, Jurko saw something special in her. The photos turned out great, and her modeling career took off from there.
And I traveled around the world modeling and had a great career.
Fast forward to 1992, and Melania lands in Milan, still using her original name, Melania Knavs. She was a bit of a risk taker, even doing a shoot where she played a fictional female US president. Little did she know, life would mirror that shoot decades later.
I'm proud of it. Yes, I am.
By the mid-90s, Melania is in New York with just a small apartment and big dreams. The fashion scene was wild. Think supermodels and over-the-top glamour.
I arrived in New York City 20 years ago, and I saw both the joys and hardships of daily life.
She had some risque photo shoots and even became the face of Camel Lights. Despite being a bit older than most new models, she made a mark with her seriousness and focus. Then came her big break in 1998 when Paolo Zampoli introduced her to Donald Trump.
We met in New York. It was a fashion week and it was a party, big party, so we met there.
Now Trump, with his flashy reputation, didn't exactly sweep Melania off her feet right away. In fact, she famously didn't give him her number immediately.
So he asked me for the number and I said, I will not give you my number. So if you give me your numbers, I will call you.
Classic move, Melania. And it turns out Trump fell for this trick not once, but twice. His first wife, Ivana, also didn't give him her number right away. Looks like Trump has a thing for a little mystery.
I don't know what is Melania's problem. She just has to get over it. She's First Lady of America, but I'm First Lady Trump. Excuse me.
Their relationship started off a bit unconventional. I mean, Trump was even talking about universal health care, which is definitely not what you'd expect from him. But as Melania got to know him, she realized he was serious about running for president one day.
I have been with Donald for 18 years, and I have been aware of his love for this country since we first met.
They eventually tied the knot in a lavish 2005 ceremony, surrounded by flowers and celebrities, but almost none of Melania's old friends were there. Guess those high-profile guest lists come with a few trade-offs.
Did you feel different when they said man and wife?
No. I felt that it was just so natural.
By 2014, Donald Trump was so obsessed with politics that even his advisors were wondering what he was thinking. One time, on a flight to Buffalo, Trump's father-in-law, Victor, asked campaign advisor Sam Nunberg if Trump knew what being president actually meant. Nunberg quipped, "There were only two people who seriously thought Donald Trump would win the presidency, him and Melania."
Were you involved in the decision of your husband to become president?
We discuss a lot, yes, and I encourage him.
Now it seems like Melania's life was a series of lucky breaks. But once she moved into the White House after Trump's inauguration, the media scrutinized her like never before.
I think people will always judge. Maybe they will say, oh, the past that you have, the way you were modeling. That's part of the job that I was doing. I was a very successful model.
Opinions on Melania are as divided as ever. Liberals see her as a figure of pity, with her tenure marked by a notable absence. Remember that cringeworthy video where she dodged Trump's hand-holding attempts? Yikes. And that awkward smile at the cameras? No wonder people think she's not exactly thrilled with her husband.
You're not the first lady to have to deal with her husband's alleged infidelities. Has this put a strain on your marriage?
It is not concern and focus of mine.
The hashtag I'm Free Melania captures the sentiment of those who see her as a prisoner of her own making. And don't even get started on the conspiracy theories about her having a body double, or the criticisms of her pricey wardrobe, like that jaw-dropping $51,000 Dolce & Gabbana jacket. But Trump's die-hard fans see her as the epitome of charm and elegance. Former Trump advisor Seb Gorka gushes, "Melania truly is the embodiment of grace." Her old school friends are not buying the bimbo label. Petra Sadej, one of her childhood pals, says, "I think she's happy. She's smart enough to handle it all."
I'm my own person, he's his own person, and I think that's very important. I don't want to change him, he doesn't want to change me.
As Melania's life changed from small-town Slovenia to the bright lights of New York and the White House, one thing never did: her connection with her parents. Melania helped them gain U.S. citizenship in 2018 and kept them close, whether at Trump Tower, the White House, or Mar-a-Lago.
Citizenship was just awarded to Victor and Amalija Knavs. They have travailed a wonderful journey, like most have, millions have, in getting citizenship and waiting the requisite period of time. The application, the process, the interview was no different than anybody else's.
Even during Donald Trump's presidency, Amalija and Victor were often by Melania's side, quietly supporting her through it all. And when her mother's health declined in late 2023, Melania chose to spend Christmas at the hospital rather than at her family's holiday gathering. Those close to her said it best. Melania has always been devoted to her family.